Voila. Hello, friends. And welcome. To the stream of the spooky vibes. Hello, I got all dressed up for today. Welcome. Thought I'd start a little bit early. Give people time to arrive, to hang out, and to speak with me on this delightful Hallows Eve. Besides, it gives me time to adjust a couple things to my liking. Why, thank you. And a good evening to you, my dear. Welcome to my domain. It is excellent to see you. You know what I need right now? 2 things. 3 things. I shall fetch 2 of them. No, I'll fetch all 3. I'll be right back, my dears. Enjoy the music. The Queen has returned. I decided not to fetch one of the things. I'll get it later, as a surprise for everyone. But I have my apple pie in a glass. Slev, hello! Welcome. Tarot readings are going to start at 7 p.m., so in 45 minutes, but I will note your donation. Slev, would you like me to write you down for the 12-card spread, Otherworld, or the relationship tarot reading? Actually, we'll do the Otherworld spread, because the relationship reading requires a partner to read from as well. Unless you had somebody in mind that you'd like to see about compatibility with. No? Alright. The Otherworld spread then. Let me fetch my journal. You are on the list. You will be the first. So, question, Slav. Which of my decks would you like me to read from for you? Not the first list that you've been added to? Ooh. Fair. My 4 decks. Yuna is the name of the pet. Are you thinking you're wanting the last one on the list though, the Fae and the Ferns? Let me give you a little bit of a rundown, my dear. So, we have at the top the Orion's Tarot. Delightful deck. Very bright advice. Tends to be a little bit more towards the positive side. The Weaver Tarot here is absolutely gorgeous, holographic, extremely accurate, and will read you for filth. If there are problems, it will find them. Then we have the Cosmos deck. Alright. I wanted to get into the stream with a bit of Bach, but now I have some mixes that I've been told should be fine to play on my stream. So I hope that everyone's into some spooky swing. This one, the Cosmos Tarot, is a little bit of a balance. It tends to be drawing from every corner of your life and weaving it together. While as the Fae and the Ferns down here is very gentle, very upbeat and a touch vague at times. Though with a 12-card spread, that becomes less of an issue because the more that we're working with, the easier it is to get all the details. You're inclined to choose the Weaver. Alright, Faye and the Ferns for Slev. I'll mark that down. Alothis, I'll put you down for the second reading. You're a subscriber, so you get a free 3-card. And you would like the Weaver. Got it. I can show off some of the cards here in a sec. Let me do what I meant to do at the start of the stream. Get some incense going. Fabulous. So have either of you had tarot readings done before? Slev, did I read yours before? I can't recall. Oh, well then this will be a delightful first. You have had it done? Okay, fabulous. I may do it slightly different than other people do. In my case, I read best from context, weaving together everything that I know with everything that the cards are saying. So, when doing readings, I ask that people have a particular question in mind. Advice, an issue, most likely, that they would like advice on. If there is something in your life that you are seeking. Now, with that in mind, let me pull up my Otherworld spread. The Otherworld spread has 12 cards. At the beginning we have the situation and priorities. We have dreams and desires that you need to explore. We have prosperity to develop. We have how to develop love. We have how to develop your spirituality. We have omens. We have passing the veil, magic that is involving in your life. We have a message from your ancestors, a message from your spirit guide, a message from the Fae and spirits of the Otherworld. Events to unfold by the next full moon, and a major event or theme to unfold by the next Samhain, which is Halloween. So I don't think that for yours, Slev, we will need context. I think that the spread itself will deliver all that we need. Also, I went and I fetched this and I didn't show it off. My wand. Ah, hello Adam, welcome to the stream. What would you want if you would like to know if you're going to have a lover and when that might happen? Alright. Let me see what I have. First of all, for anything dealing with relationships, if you're looking for the positive, then we might stick with the Orions. We'd skip the relationship spread because, like I said, that's with a particular person in mind. You read both sides of the equation, both sides of the relationship. We have listening to your physical body now. I would say, dear, if you want relationship advice, I would stick with, if you're just looking for a when and a what to change, I would go with the Orions and a 5-card reading, most likely, because then I can do past, present, future, pitfalls, and things to uplift you, to put you on the right path. If you would like something, if you would like to look more at how you need to change yourself to invite love into your life, I would go with the Weaver Tarot. And I'd still probably say a 5-card reading. The more cards there are in the reading, the more context that we are drawing on. You're going to pay for 2 5-card readings? Alright. Let me put you down. Adam. Now, obviously you want your first one to be about relationship advice. What would you like the second one to be for? And Adam, you'll be third in line. We have, once I get started, we'll have Slev first, followed by Lothus, followed by you, Adam. Which I'm probably actually going to start doing the readings shortly. Okay, so you want the first one to be... Let's make the first one less specific rather than making it relationship advice then, because doing 2 readings in a row just tends to muddle the waters about the same subject. So let's make the first one about your current life situation. Just simple past, present, future pitfalls, that sort of thing. And we'll make the second one the relationship advice, what you need to change to invite love into your life. With the first one, that should also suffice to look at a possible time frame. Now, do keep in mind, something that I make sure to tell everybody when doing these tarot readings. Tarot does not predict a set future. The future is never set in stone. Things change as we change them. They change with the decisions in our lives. So when tarot tells you about the future, the winds, the wares, anything like that, remember, it is telling you about your current path. If you are to continue on the way you are, where you will end up. Or it will tell you where you will end up if you change these things, depending on what spreads we're doing. So I can't give you like a, oh, you're going to fall in love on the 26th of November next year. I can give you a general idea of whether you will be ready soon, that sort of thing. Awesome. Fantastic. Well, then this should go splendidly. And you want to do the suggestions that I had, Orions for the first one, Weaver for the second? Awesome. Well, we are already racking up some readings here. I was going to start the actual readings at 7, but considering the first one that we have is Slev's 12-card reading, which is going to take some time to lay out and read, I think we'll get started now. If everyone is fine with that. You got your spoopy gumbo ready? Fabulous. I have my apple pie in a glass. Everyone, I invite you to enjoy the show as I delve into these readings. Give me one moment, I'm going to fetch a candle. All right. I only have the one camera, so you'll have to excuse me for going back and forth like so.
Most living beside, whose name we know, even in the wild Transylvania. And after you deliver the message, you will remember nothing, I now say.
And last bit of ambiance.
I am Dracula.
All right. This right here is one of my two patron gods. Gaia is hidden by the tarot list. But we have Kernanos over here by the candle, also known as Hern the Hunter, or often they are referred to as the same person. He is a very appropriate person to have this evening. He is the Lord of the Hunt. Oh, absolutely. Not a problem, darling. I'll talk a little bit more about Kernanos after I've focused on this. Kernanos is actually from pagan lore. He is the lord of death and resurrection. The Horned Man, master of the wild hunt. Okay. To begin, the Three of Swords. Followed closely by the Nine of Cups. Next, the Ten of Wands inverted. Next, the Queen of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. Hi, honey bunny. Welcome. Let's see. Next we have Omens. We have the Seven of Wands inverted. Magic unfolding in your life. The Lovers inverted. Next, a message from your ancestors. The Queen of Swords inverted. Number 9. A message from your spirit guide. Thank you, my dear, and welcome to the stream. Next. Somewhere here. There you are. We have a message from the Fae and spirits of the other world. The Four of Wands, inverted. For the last two, I need a little bit more space. There you are. Events to unfold by the next full moon. The Fool. Your wands are always inverted. Yours vibrate? Same. Last, a major event or theme to unfold by the next Samhain. Last card. The Knight of Swords. And now for the interpretation. I'm going to give you all a view of my beautiful face while I begin interpretations. There we are. First. Oh! Thank you so much for the sub! Thank you, honey, for the gifted sub, and welcome to the sub club, my dear. Have gifted spook. Spooky gifts. Currently, Slev. Beginning at the first slot, we have the Three of Swords. Current situations and priorities. Your priorities are muddled. You are torn and you haven't chosen a direction. Yes, before you continue on, an attempt to achieve your goals, you must first decide what they are. Set a course before you set sail, or your ship will be lost at sea. In our second spot, we have the Nine of Cups, dreams and desires that you need to explore and manifest. Slev, your dreams and desires that you need to explore and manifest. Currently, what is most important is your health. This has been a struggle for you, particularly in the realm of self-confidence. The next step that you need to take in order to advance yourself, to reach your goals, is to deal with this problem within you. Are we hitting the marks so far? Excellent. Next we have the Ten of Wands, inverted. How to develop prosperity as you move forward. Oh, actually, that one's easy. I don't need further advice on that one. In an attempt to advance your prosperity, you've taken on a heavy workload. You've burdened yourself with the misconception that working harder means the acquisition of more wealth, but really all this is doing is wearing you down, breaking yourself. Lighten your workload in whatever way is necessary, whether that's in your personal life, in your professional life, in your relationships. Stop taking on more than you can handle. Once you've alleviated that stress, you'll find that you have more attention and more energy to turn towards the things that do lead you to prosperity. Number 4, how to develop love in the new year. We have the Queen of Pentacles. You may find this one ironic, Slev. For the way to develop love as you move forward into this next year is independence. Your confidence, well, frankly, not just your confidence, but multiple aspects of your life, you may have made reliant on the affection or the interaction of others. You must establish first your own independence before you can reach out and make the connection with somebody special. Or even deepen the relationships and friendships that you already have. Number 5. We have the Four of Pentacles. How to develop your spirituality in the new year. This one is difficult. This one is actually very difficult for me. How to develop your spirituality. So we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles represents possessiveness. In particular, it reminds you that there's a very fine line in between frugality and a miserly attitude. Clinging desperately to possessions or some sort of status, especially when it relates to wealth, will distract you from your spiritual self. Now, granted, this is not to say that, of course, money is not important, because, as we all know, it unfortunately is. A difficult balance is necessary. Not losing yourself to the misconception that more is better. This may tie back to the previous things that we've witnessed already. Allowing others to place their burdens on you. You may have established, in some respect, a concept that your nebulous goal is to just acquire wealth to the point where you're able to care for everyone around you. But this is not only a difficult dream to achieve, it doesn't really have a particular starting point or ending point, so the journey is impossible because you don't know where you're going. Further, an obsession with this particular idea, however wonderful it might be, can lead to a spiritual downfall, a distraction from the inner self. I'll move on. 6. Omens. Current encounters with the other world. We have the Seven of Wands inverted. Something in your spiritual life. In the case of the spread, omens relates to encounters with the other world. Now, whether or not you choose to believe in spirits is up to you. But should you choose to, it would seem that there is an opposition that is meeting you. Something that is working against you. This means that there's something spiritual that you need to work on in yourself to be able to identify this and to push past it. This barrier. Blocking your progress. If that one is confusing, please tell me so that I can go back to it and attempt to reconnect all of these things. Like I said, these cards tend to be very upbeat and vague, so it can often be difficult. Okay, good to know. Next, position 7, passing the veil. Magic that is unfolding in your life. We have the Lovers inverted. Fabulous. The Lovers inverted. Oh, hello, Psycho. I will get to yours in a moment, Psycho. Let me put you on my list. Where did my pen go? Ah. Okay. Slev, magic that is coming into your life or unfolding currently. You've been experiencing in your relationships a communication breakdown recently. However, it appears that there's work that you can do now in this moment, or things are unfolding currently to change this, or to lay the path for you to change this, to enable you to deepen those connections. Whether or not you take that path is entirely up to you. Number 8, we have a message from your ancestors. Here we have the Queen of Swords inverted. A message from your ancestors, Slev. There is somebody in your life who you have allowed to hold power over you for too long, to manipulate you, to pull your strings. This person needs to be cut out. Rid yourself of this influence. No worries, honey. Welcome back. Welcome back, my dear. Next, we have number 9, a message from your spirit guide. And here, we have the Knight of Wands. Not inverted, Slev, so your wands are not always inverted. Nice. Alright, Slev, this one is important because it ties back to the beginning. Remember when we talked about your situation and priorities, I said, don't let your ship set sail before you set your course. Your priorities are muddled. Your goal is unset. It is nebulous. You don't have an ending destination. Now, the message from your spirit guide is thus. Once you select this course, Once you select this course, you will succeed. By keeping your eyes focused, by keeping your energy full, by keeping your confidence strong, you will be able to walk that path, reach the end, and draw others towards you for support, for help along the way. Next, a message from the Fae and spirits of the otherworld. We have the Four of Wands inverted. So have you been having a difficulty acknowledging... Yes, the message from the other world, from your Fae and your spirits, is thus... You've been having a difficulty recognizing your own accomplishments or achievements, however minor they may be. Internal work, external work, whatever it may be, you allow them to slip to your side and you don't take pride in them. Whether or not you take pride publicly is up to you, but at least do so privately. Honor your hard work, even if it seems minor. That said, there could be something else. Whether or not you've recognized it yet, there is a crack in your foundation, your stability. It could be family, it could be friends, but something has shaken your foundation, and perhaps this is causing your distraction. The stability that you once thought was present now seems to have vanished. But not everything has fallen apart yet. A crack is only a crack. Next, we have 11, events to unfold by the next full moon. And here we have the Fool. As the next full moon approaches, you will find opportunities laid in your path. You will find possibility laid out for you. New beginnings, ready to be started. All you have to do is set your feet on the track. Last card for you, Slev. We have number 12. A major event or theme to unfold by the next Samhain, so 1 year from today. We have the Knight of Swords. We've already spoken about the burdens that you've taken onto yourself, the necessity to alleviate some of those, to stop piling all the work on yourself, emotional, physical, all of that. If you continue on your current path, if this is not alleviated, then it can lead to collapse. Your overwork might be your undoing. That said, by paring back the things that you've put upon yourself, by reducing your workload, your stress, the emotional toll that you've given unto yourself, you will be able to divert that focus into assertion to break through the barriers that face you, turning all of that energy instead to positive change. And with this, we complete your reading, Slev. A glance at your cards once again, should you wish to see them. I hope you enjoyed it, my dear. Absolutely. I'll take a picture. All right. Let us gather these back up. Next on our list, Elothus, are you still there? I see you peeking, Psycho. I have a list running. People got here before you. Hello, Elothus. We have your 3-card subscriber reading to call in. Which deck would you like, my dear? Oh, let me put them back up. Here we are. Beans from Slev. Actually, let's begin with Elothus. If you're not certain which one to... Oh, no, you wanted the Weaver. That's right. I forgot. Okay, so with a 3-card reading, my dear, this definitely is best with context. A simple 3-card reading is a little bit nebulous without context. So, Elothus, you had a little while to think as we were doing Slevs. Do you have a particular issue or that you'd like advice on, or a question that you would like an answer to? An event that may have occurred? Career. Okay. A simple 3-card reading on your career. Let's fetch the Weaver. Here they are. Aren't they beautiful? All right. Let's see. I meant to turn off word bans for tonight. So it would be incredibly inconvenient. And actually, I will probably do that now. Turn off that ability. Thank you, dear. So, with a simple 3-card reading, there are multiple ways that this can go. It can end up as past, present, future. Ooh, the Tower, inverted. Or it can end up as root, heading to conclusion. Three of Coins, upright. This deck is very thick. It is impossible to shuffle by hand. Oh, you're just drawing me. And the Sovereign of Wands. Now let me gather up all of the others. Not a worry. We enjoy teasing here. All right. Let me give you a good look at these. Hello, Jinx. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Okay. Elothus. We begin with the Tower. Oh, Jinx, thank you for the subscription. You are VIP. I gave VIP status to a few people who show up very regularly since the beginning.
Come here, old friend, and take a pew and tell me what's gone wrong. You seem upset, now dry your eyes and give me substance for this song.
Elothus.
Missing when your nan got mad. Give me a clue, a rhyme, a riddle, or merely searching for the meaning of life. Now that really is a pickle. There's been a
We begin at the root of the problem, the reason that your question has come to me today. Where once you experienced stability in your job, you now feel the foundations shaking. It is an internal awakening. Not in the sense of a loss, not in the sense of your job itself may be lost, may be failing. No. What once you accepted, you now reject. What once you enjoyed, now has turned to distaste. And so you are seeking something new, a change that is necessary for you to move forward. This awakening will force you to change your life simply because you cannot accept the status as it is. This is not necessarily a bad thing. Change is an aspect of life. But let's see what the rest has in store for you. In spot number 2, the present, we have the 3 of coins. I told you, this deck will read you for filth. It's spooky. In the moment, the things that you should be working on, Elothus, in order to ensure your success moving forward, in order to ensure that this change comes about in an appropriate way, is communication, community, teamwork. You need to reach out to others. You need to make those connections. So long as you continue to work with others and nurture healthy dynamics, nothing will stand in your way. The future will hold bright things for you. Ensure during this process that your communication is exemplary, because this is the key to success. Communicating with others is the key to your success. Well, this deck has a way of pointing out weaknesses. So, lastly, we have the conclusion, the Sovereign of Wands. Inverted. Where this path ends for you is not just about your career, it's about yourself. It's about realizing an aspect of who you are. It is about finding what you enjoy, about discovering the things that make you tick, the things that you can really click with. If you manage this difficult hurdle of teamwork and communication, clear communication, then you are set upon a path for empowerment, yes, empowerment and success. More specifically, actually, with the way that this card works, it's the Sovereign of Wands and the 3 of Coins are actually typically at odds with each other, but here in the setting, they work. The Sovereign of Wands frequently represents the relationship with the self, so internalizing rather than externalizing, right? But what it means in this context is that by turning your success towards communication with others, by making it reliant upon that, you will, in turn, develop your relationship with yourself. By reaching outward, you also reach inward. Oops. Haha. A last look at your cards for you, my dear. Absolutely, it means maintain the balance. It means that by working on your weakness, by working on that communication, you are actually working on yourself as well. All right. Good. I've been told that my tarot readings can be a bit spooky. So, next on the list we have Adam. Adam, thank you for the donations. We have 2 readings for you, 2 separate readings. As I'm waiting to make sure that you're still present, I'm going to just edit these channel rewards. Excellent, good to see. Let me turn that off. Okay, fabulous. Oh, hello, Mandy. Welcome. Now, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Now, Theresa, did I see you in here earlier? Strawberry. Before I lose track of everything, I want to get people down in the order that they arrived for their 3-card reading, because we do have quite a few subs here now. Jinx, I'm putting you down for the 3-card. And then Mandy, Infinitus, if you would like one. So we've got 2 for Adam, then we have Psycho, we have now Theresa, if she's still around. Then we have Jinx and Mandy. So many subs. Your queen does love her subs. Okay. Adam, let's get on to yours. To begin, we have the Orion's Tarot. And we're doing a simple... Too late, I had to do it to you. You know I had to do it to you, Jinx. Anyway. 5-card reading with your current path. Let me replace my incense. Oh, this should be a good one. Okay. Here we have the Orions. All beautiful animals. Okay, let us begin. We begin, Adam. With the present, the Eight of Swords. And before we've looked at that too long, let us move to the past with the Seven of Wands. Now we look towards the future with the Five of Wands. Next, we look at struggles and pitfalls with this Ten of Swords inverted. A very appropriate card for such a space. And what you need to rise above. The Four of Swords. So, Adam, let us take a glance into your life, shall we? First, let's take a closer glance at these cards because I absolutely love them. The colors are beautiful.
Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by
Now,
you. Some of them want to abuse you.
beginning with the past, we will look to the Seven of Wands. Where this journey begins is with opposition and resistance. You've completed something worth recognition in your life. But rather than find confidence in this, you have found difficulty because you are surrounded by individuals who refuse to recognize your success. Criticisms dog you at every turn. And this has negatively impacted not just your self-esteem, but other aspects of your life. Let us look at those aspects as we move to the Eight of Swords, the present. With this lack of recognition comes restriction. Your achievement may have put you in a position where you are ready to move forward, but you feel trapped. This can be for many reasons. Perhaps a relationship that you've entered has turned harmful. Perhaps your financial situation has fallen through. But the limitations that you believe that you are experiencing are entirely in your mind. You have made your own prison. You have set your own chains. This may arise from the criticisms around you. You may feel that because others drag you down, reduce your accomplishments, that they are unworthy and that you aren't ready. But in truth, you are. What you have to understand moving forward is that even should you have no guarantee of success, attempting to find happiness elsewhere instead of where you're currently looking is better than remaining trapped in whatever hole has been dug for you. Next, we look at the future with the Five of Wands. Importantly, moving past your current situation, escaping from the chains that you have built for yourself, escaping from the prison that you find yourself in, is necessary for your life. Should you not, then your progress will slow to a stop. You will be unable to move forward in any other aspects. In order to move forward, in order to combat this, you need to rid yourself of those people who are dragging you down. Those naysayers, the same ones that we talked about in the first card. They attempt to speak over you, perhaps reducing your accomplishments in order to elevate their own. So if you can think of anybody like that, it's time to cut them free, my dear. Otherwise, there's nowhere to go. Next, let us look at the pitfalls that you may face on this path. The Ten of Swords we have for you. Ten of Swords. Inverted, no less. The current pitfall that you face in escaping your situation is your attempt not to escape it, but to make it better for yourself. To stay where you are, but to fix something about it. I can stay here if I just change this about it, right? But the conclusion is already inevitable. Remaining where you are, not moving on, will only bring you pain and destroy your progress. Find the root of your pain and take steps to seek out the release that you never had. The only way to alleviate your pain is to move on and then look back. Next, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords represents potentiality in this situation. Ways to elevate yourself.
Suppose that saucer or whatever it was had something to do with this. Your guess is good as mine, Larry.
In this situation, the key to your success is internalization. You may have a tendency to reach outward towards others, right? To
You're in charge now.
to be the one that always helps,
Yes, I am.
you know?
Calvin? Yes, sir? Back up the
To be the support for too many people, but now is the time to elevate your success you need to turn inwards. You need to be okay with saying no, to not allow other people to put that burden on you, to set your boundaries, make a shield for yourself. Focus on yourself, not others, and you will succeed. And that's all 5 for your first reading. Did that one feel on the mark for you so far? The end got spooky. It always does. The further I continue on, the more I'm able to actually draw on the previous information to make it even more relevant to you. Fabulous. Let's gather these back up. And for your second reading, we will move to the Weaver again for a simple relationship reading. All right. Let's begin. The Hanged One. At the center, we have the Hanged One inverted. For the past, the Lovers inverted. For the future, the Seeker of Wands inverted. Pitfalls, the Five of Wands.
When hinges creak and doors jing, and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls, whenever candlelights flicker, where the air is deathly still, that is the time when
And
ghosts
ways
are
to
present,
uplift yourself.
their terror with ghoulish delight.
The Conqueror of Coins. All right. quick look. At those beauties before you look back at me. All right. Fabulous. Let's begin. Absolutely. My GM for my Monday game, my Dungeon Master, helped me buy these cards because I had a character that read tarot in the campaign. Let us begin at the heart. No. Let us begin at the beginning. The lovers, inverted. Let me actually read all three of the core before I begin speaking. Let me weave the weavers.
When hinges creak and doors jingle, and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls, whenever candlelights flicker, where the air is deathly still, that is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight.
All right. Let's begin at the root, with the lovers inverted. Where does this question begin? A relationship. When will you find love? It begins with a previous relationship gone sour. This doesn't necessarily have to be a lover, necessarily. This can be family, this can be close friends. Someone to whom you shared a very deep attachment. However, as time went on, as the two of you grew closer or more open, and more baggage began landing on the table, so to speak, it became clear that you were incompatible. Perhaps this was even something abusive, somebody who was taking more than you were able to give. Someone who made demands of you. Someone who controlled you. And you sat in this for a while, or even may still be sitting in it. We come to the present with the Hanged One, inverted. I'm going to spoil the ending for you. You're not ready. There are things that you need to change before a relationship can come to you. Otherwise, it is doomed to failure. Currently, Once again, as we noted in the previous reading, you're looking outward rather than inward. There are needs that you are neglecting, changes that have to be made in order for you to become who you need to be. The longer that you continue to seek for the sake of seeking, the more damage it will eventually do to yourself. The more broken that you'll become. Until you can diagnose your own needs, understand what it is that you require, how can you possibly fulfill the requirements of somebody else and cater to their own needs? For the future, on your current path, we have the Seeker of Wands. The Seeker of Wands indicates an attachment to new. In ignoring yourself, in not changing... Oh, let's double back. With this relationship that you had, the one that broke apart, you may have acknowledged the issues that your friend, your partner, your family member had, and laid the blame in its entirety on them for the failure of such a thing. However, as we know with the Hanged One, what you neglected to do was look inside and understand what it is within yourself that you refuse to change. Maybe they didn't budge, sure. But what things didn't you acknowledge that you need to change as well? So, with the Seeker of Wands, we see that on your current path, ignoring these things within yourself that you need to work upon, you instead turn outward and look only to the new. You're not concerned about a partner, necessarily, that will actually complete you. You're just concerned with getting one in the first place. You want the new. You want to enter in a relationship because it is expected, because you've expected it of yourself, because you want it. Maybe there's even somebody already that you have your eye on. But the fact is that as long as you stay on this path, you will continue to find yourself at the beginning, over and over and over again. So, let's look next at the pitfalls. We have the Five of Wands. The pitfall on your path to self-actualization. Whoops! Hold on. Oh, no, that's red. Yep. Okay. You can let that play. Fabulous. The pitfall that you're going to experience is, and I know that this is going to sound like a broken record, because I talk about this all the time. Communication. You risk breakdowns by refusing to communicate the root of tension, by refusing to acknowledge both sides of the issue. The Five of Wands indicates that you need to, in order to work on your own problems, change the method of discourse. Create a container for working it out. So work on the way that you communicate with others. In particular, as we're speaking about this situation, let others communicate unto you. Others that you trust. Let me make that clear. Others that you trust, let them communicate unto you the things that they believe that you need to change. The problems that they've seen within you. It is important to remember that true friends when they give criticisms of yourself, it is because they want to see you improve. So as you accept this communication and accept these criticisms, make sure that you don't take it as a knife in your back. And lastly, we have the Conqueror of Coins, ways to uplift yourself. All right. Ways to uplift yourself. We're looking at developing your ability to create strong boundaries. This is an important aspect of any relationship, but in particular, it's one that you might lack. By finding not only where your boundaries lie, but how to set them, how to put that barrier in between yourself and others, a line that they're not allowed to cross, this will ready you for a relationship in the future. It will also allow you to respect the boundaries of others, because in establishing your own, you begin to understand the necessity of not crossing others. Lastly, I'll say, overall, don't look for an immediate solution here. Things will not be swift, and they will not be easy. Change does not often come with ease. This is going to take work, but success is more than possible. And there you are. Card truth always hurts, my darling. But that's why I do it. You have to hear it somewhere. I know, they're beautiful. Hello, Maru. Welcome to the stream. And, thank you for these cards, Maru. They are fabulous. All right. So, with those complete, oh my gosh! Adam, thank you, my dear. I appreciate the subscription. Enjoy your emotes. I think I have the tier 3 one set up. I've moved stuff around recently, but you will have my fabulous tasty emote. So that's magnificent. Really, really appreciate that, my dear. Okay. Let me take a moment to stretch my knees. Psycho, you are up next in the reading queue. However, we're approaching 8 o'clock. And as I promised, I would be doing a raffle. 2 raffles, in fact. There was the... Yes, tasty, tasty. There was my retweet raffle from Twitter for 5-card reading. And there is the full raffle for everybody present in chat. So, let me see. let's see who all we have. So, in the running, we have Jinx, Slav, Gray. I'm not counting Chi because he gets free readings anytime because I love him and I live with him. So just the three. Your Twitter username is Jinx. Okay. So really, this is just between the three of you. And this reading, the 5-card reading, is redeemable at any time. How do you get into the raffle? Well, Maru, for the full reading, you're already in the raffle. Anybody who's in the chat has a chance to win. I'll be doing an automatic raffle here in just a moment with my Nightbot. This raffle was for people that retweeted my tweet prior to the stream. So, I'm going to roll a d4. And let's see who we get. All right. Is Gray in the chat right now? Spooky twerking! Yes. It's great music, isn't it? I don't know if Gray is still here, or were they here earlier? I don't think so. They may not even be awake. They have a overseas schedule. So I will let them know that they've got a 5-card reading waiting for them whenever they would like to claim it. Now, for the rest of you lovelies in the chat, let's go ahead and get this raffle going. So, spooky season is best season. I don't want to change your mind, my dear, because I agree with you entirely. Okay. Let me see. All right. Everybody who is listening to the chat right now, I see 9 of you are in here. If you'd like to have your chance to win a free full card reading, that's any tier that you would like, any version that I have available here, go ahead and put the word fortune, capital F, fortune in the chat. Right, good. We have Adam, we have Jinx, Maru, Slev, Psycho, queued up. Mandy, type it one more time, it didn't register you. Mandy, did you catch that? Infinitus! Mandy is the sleepy? Oh, okay. I will wait. Oh, there we go. Good. Mandy, you registered. Strawberry, Nathrisa. I don't know if you're still there, Nathrisa, but if you are, Alothus, Honey Bun. I'll give you just a couple of short minutes. 2 or 3, and then I'm gonna roll it. Alothus, if you want to enter for a free full reading, go ahead and type the word fortune, capital F, in the chat. Fabulous. That's 7 of you registered.
Hello, Aladdin. Nice to have you on the show. Can we call you Al, or maybe just Din? How about
Burger.
sounds like you, boy. Come on, Lonnie. Life is your restaurant. Life is your restaurant. Life is your restaurant. Life is your life is your restaurant. Life is your restaurant. Life is your restaurant. Life is your life. Yo, Rockman, haven't seen you in a few millennia. Give me some tassel.
All right.
Yeah, yo. You're a lot smaller than my last master. Either that or I'm getting bigger.
Look at me from the side. Do I look different to you? Wait a minute.
Honey has run off to bed. It appears. I know, isn't it fucking great? This song is amazing. Okay. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, well. Look at that, Slev. A free full reading. Now, Slev, you've already had your full reading, your Otherworld reading today. So, if you would like to avoid any confusion or muddling, you can redeem this at another time. Give it to someone else? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's roll again. Mandy! Ding! Mandy, we are upgrading your 3-card reading to a full reading of your choice. The Sleppy has won. Slep, slep, slep. I'll make sure that they get it in turn. Dun, dun, dun. I love this song. Oh my god, this is such a bop.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Mr. Charlie Puth on keys.
Psycho. I know you're around here. You are up. Alright, Psycho, so we just got you for the 1-card reading. And we already have your question, which is, should I care as much as I do? Fabulous. Which deck would you like, my dear? We have Orions, Weaver, Cosmos, or Fae and Ferns. If you're wanting as much detail as you can get from a single card reading, I would do one of the first 3. Fae and Ferns tends to be very vague, unless done as a large reading. Ah, Cosmos. Excellent, I haven't had a chance to pull out the Cosmos yet this stream, so let's do so. I gotta sort it out from the Oracle deck, because it came with one of those. Spooky twerking all night. Just gonna put this on while you guys are doing battle tonight. Oh yeah, hey everybody. Don't forget. Oh yeah, absolutely, Adam. Don't forget that in 2 hours, we're gonna be going live with our D&D session, a continuation from last session. Should be spicy. When Netheresa casts spells, she gotta twerk. That's her sorceress casting, you know? So, fun thing about this deck, each card was done by a different artist. And every card is an actual constellation. Oh my god, she's like the sorcerer version of Scanlan. You're right. Now Theresa's just out here like, oh, fireball! Yes, gold foil. I'm a sucker for foil on the sides of cards. If you couldn't tell by my Orion's, the wine red foil. Okay. Alright. These work a little bit differently as well. We don't have wands or cups or swords. No. Here we have the Six of Earth, Dorado. Dorado. Investment, value, and risk. Let's get some more detail there. Here we are, the Six of Earth. Psycho, I have good news for you. Maru, I'll write you down in just a sec. So, Dorado, the Six of Earth, represents investment, value, and risk. What this means is that the time that you've invested is not going to waste. The care that you've put into whatever it is you're speaking about will pay off in the end. It means particularly... Well, let me walk you through this little tidbit here. It depicts sea creatures flocking to Dorado, curious and awestruck. It represents... The phrase that I'm focusing in on is that treasure is close at hand. Whatever it is that you have invested your care in, that you're concerned about not seeing payoffs from, that payoff may be coming to you soon. This card can also represent generosity, investment, sharing wealth. So in this instance, maybe engaging with others, not necessarily, it doesn't have to necessarily represent a direct sharing of wealth in terms of money, but in terms of community, in terms of emotional wealth. All right. So enjoy that. Take that information How you will, my dear. Let me get a brief drink of water. I don't suppose you have any more context on the question that you're willing to share. As I said, I work best with context. But of course, if you're wanting to keep it private, then that's perfectly acceptable as well. We can move on. Alright, gotcha. Alright, I'm assuming that we don't have Nathrisa here because she didn't respond, Strawberry, if you're here, to the call for the raffle. So we're gonna skip her. She can come back when she wants. Jinx! Wherever you are, Jinx, it's your turn for a 3-card reading. Hello, my dear. Do me a favor, darling. Let's begin by picking either a question or a deck, and then we'll move on to the other one of those two. Hello. You like the Cosmos as well? Okay, fabulous. Then we'll do the Cosmos again. And, my dear, do you have a question, an issue, something that you need advice upon?
Beyond it is another dimension.
I know it. Yeah, I know which one you mean.
A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. Is the hypnotic sound of the twilight tone. Twilight is swept away, violent rhythm. Twilight is swept away.
Well, we can only do one. Though, of course, you can always pay for extra readings if you need. Alright, hit me. You'd like to know where you should be focusing most of your energy. Can't tell if interpersonal or professional things should be taking focus because both need balance. That is definitely not too vague. That is brilliantly specific. That is a lot to work with. So let's go. Here we go. We begin with Centaurus at the root. Close behind, Capricornus, Judgment, and lastly, Triangulum Norma and Triangulum Austral, or the Five of Earth. All right. Let us begin with Seven of Water, Centaurus. Okay. Definitely gonna need the context of the others on this one. Let us look at Judgment, Capricornus. Okay, and then we have the Five of Earth. I need them all together before I can weave these. This one is difficult. Okay. Jinx. Everything together. Yeah, everything together. I can give you the short answer very easily. It looks like what you should be working on is interpersonal. All of these cards, the one key aspect that all of these cards share, because they are all very different, is a concept somewhere in them of interpersonality. So, let's begin at the root with Centaurus. Now, the difficulty I'm having is because these cards are so different, it's difficult to latch on to a particular concept, but I think that the one that we're dealing with at the root here, the problem, the indecisiveness, maybe the fact that you want to turn away from working on your interpersonal and look more towards the professional, why you're wavering in between the two, is a focus on suffering, on disappointment, and things that didn't go as planned in your interpersonal relationships. Something that fell through is holding you up. It's catching you, and it's making you not want to really work on things. You'd rather just turn your attention to something else. Next, that we have Judgment, Capricornus. That was the past. Now we move into the present. This breakdown, this pain that you've had, it has caused you to attempt to turn to more logical aspects of your life, and unfortunately that means that when engaging with emotional concepts, you have turned away from the emotion itself, and you begin to look at it as reason, because it's more painful to look at it and pick it apart in a more emotional sense. Unfortunately, where this is leading, if you remain on the current path, is an inability to communicate to others your own needs. Because you instead obfuscate them and you remove the emotional aspect of them, you only look at the physical or the logic, and so therefore it will eventually lead to you clouding your ability to recognize your own emotional needs and communicate these effectively to others, to ask of them what it is you require from them. So there you go. Not only do we have the answer to your question, we have the stuff surrounding it. Hopefully, that made sense. But knowing you, I do get the feeling that it did, because I know a bit of your situation. Yeah. I don't get the chance to use these cards very often, but I think I'm getting a feel of their personality. It's difficult to read, but they're like a constellation. Unclear until you put all the pieces together. Okay. That is Jinx. Done. Thank you, my dear. Now, next on the list, Mandy. Is Mandy around? Infinitus? We have a full reading for you if you would like, or you can save it for another time if you're a bit too tired. I am happy to reach out to you through Discord. Fabulous. And then after that, we have Maru. And Maru has a single card reading on the way. And then we're all caught up. He said to save it? Okay. Fabulous. Hey, Mandy, do me a favor. Message me on Telegram or on Discord and remind me that you have a full reading of your choice, up to 13 cards. Don't die. We like you too much. All right, then. Maru. Hello, Maru. Single card reading, you redeemed the points for that. Let me double check something. Yeah. Fabulous. On Jinx, you're redeeming your single card. Got it. Maru, I think I know which deck you want. I bet you want the Weaver. But what about your question? Obviously the Weaver. For you, no other choice. Question, give me your question while I shuffle these cards badly. How's my current path in life going with friends, family, and job? That's gonna be difficult for a single card reading. There's not gonna be a lot of context, but I will do my best. So, maybe pick one of them. How's your current path going towards happiness? That might be a bit vague. We'll see. These cards tend to be very detailed and harsh. Let's do this. Let's call it this. What is the current blockage on my path towards happiness? What is an obstacle that I am facing on my path to happiness?
The other one you see to believe. So when you send her on, give her a kiss from me.
Ah, the Five of Wands.
You don't know what you want. It's been a while. Without a word you're gone. When you disappear, like you're never here. Communication will be nice and you won't have to tell me twice.
Five of Wands has already come up before in a reading today.
Are you playing me? What's your game? I'd be killing it, such a shame. Are you playing me? What's your game? I'm a killer, see, won't be tamed.
All right.
When you disappear,
Oh yeah, the sheen. Oh, it's beautiful.
you never
Love these cards.
communication will be nice and you won't have to tell me twice. But you disappear.
What is the current obstacle on your path to happiness? Conflict. The vibes. Hello, Jeshish. Welcome. There's unresolved conflict in your life, Mario, that is holding you back because it's hitting a wall. Maybe this is conflict that is... what is it? Constructed? Something that doesn't actually need to happen. A conflict that could be easily resolved, but is stubbornly held onto by one party or the other. This is especially true when dealing with others. Maybe there's something that you're doing that's forcing you apart from others. Now, because this is a single card reading, it's hard to get context, like I said. This conflict may also come in other people, either you and your fears, conflict within yourself, or doubts that others may have in you, influential voices such as parents or people that are above you that are trying to put up barriers in a way to say that no, that you shouldn't do this. Develop the ability to listen to them, to allow them to have their moment. Those fears, those voices, whether they're within you or without, acknowledge them, respect them, and then move on with whatever the highest version of yourself has decided is the best course anyway. That said, where conflict is involved in your life, there's often ego. On your path to happiness, have you set yourself perhaps an expectation that has gone unfulfilled? Do you have a particular attachment to a certain outcome that is your perfect version of this happiness? If so, is it possible to let that go and make yourself open to other outcomes? This can hasten your path towards happiness and completion. How's that? Yeah, the Five of Wands has a lot to it, so there's a lot of possibility, and unfortunately with a single card reading, very difficult to determine exactly which one it might be. So I'll let you decide which of those meanings vibrates with you the most. All right. Fabulous. Alright, see you in a bit, Maru. Okay. Next, we are back to Jinx again with your single card redemption reading. Also, Jeshish, since you're here, are you going to want to call in your 3-card reading today? I think if so, yours might be the last one that we do after Jinx's, because it is now past 8:30 and we're approaching the time that I need to close things down and prep for the D&D session. Jinx, which deck would you like? I can pick the deck? Orions it is. I love the Orions. And it's easier to shuffle than this one. All right. Let's see what they have to say. The Chariot. Inverted. So, Jinx, you want to know if you should go to this party tomorrow by yourself. What a question for the cards. What a question. Let's see what they say. The answer is no. Oh, you and all of your friends. Well, okay, let me tell you this. Before I just jump to the first thing in here. Review your plans, amend them if necessary. The Chariot, when reversed, represents powerlessness, aggression, and moderation. So I'm thinking moderation may be the one to look at here. Maybe it's worth looking at why you're asking the question in the first place. Why ask whether or not you want to go to this party? You know, like, do you already know the answer? Maybe. If you don't know the answer, then the answer is moderation. The answer is set boundaries for yourself in attending. Set a time that you'll leave. Set a, an amount that you'll engage in, and stick to those. There you go. Well, the first thing that Chariot says to us when it's inverted is, in particular, let me read you the line, the reason I said no at first. The Chariot suggests that the journey ahead, fraught with obstacles and challenges, may be too much for the user to contend with at the current moment. Now is not the time to run headlong into danger. So, the answer may simply be no. Good. Always listen to the cards. Fabulous. We are caught up then. Hi, Real Hot Boy. What a question. Sorry, but I don't deal with trolls in this chat. If you would like to stick around and ask a real question, then you're welcome to. But if that behavior is going to continue, then I'm just going to ban you. So. Ban it is. Goodbye. It's fine. You didn't miss much. Dollar in the Woods, welcome to the chat. If you're just here with what's their face, then you can leave too. Maru, if you go down to the donation link in my About page, then you can submit a donation. It'll pop up for me so I can see it. But if you do that, I am gonna make yours the last reading of the night because we only have 20 minutes before I call this to a close. And then at 10 o'clock, we have game time. So everyone's gonna stick around to watch the D&D stream, right? We're gonna be starting the session with combat, so it should be magnificent. Excellent. It's D&D. Lurking is perfect. Hell yes. Maru, go on my Twitch page. Go down to the About section. And there's a bunch of stuff there, like, information stuff. One of them says donation. You just have to click the header. If you click it, it hyperlinks you to the donation page. Always cliffhangers. This party makes it very easy to do cliffhangers because of how they progress. It's great, I love it. It builds tension. Yeah, I did. That's okay, Jinx. You gotta take time for yourself sometimes. Totally understand. No worries. You missed a magnificent cliffhanger. So you'll get to come in and watch them do combat. At least you didn't have to suffer the torture of a cliffhanger. As if I won't do it again. Did you figure it out, Maru? This is the perfect section for cliffhangers. All of the darkness and tension. Fabulous. $4 for 3-card reading. Let's get on that because it is now 8:43, so we're getting very close to the end of the stream. Did you want the same one, Weaver Tarot? Okay. Further advice on the previous question, then. What is this song? Okay. Yes? Oh shit! Maps! We're gonna get to see maps. I'm excited then. I know the feeling. Drawing maps is a pain. 9 of coins. Ten of Cups. Oh yeah. Drawing maps is fun. Oh. You want my attention. 4 of coins. Inverted. Oh yeah, that's why I don't use Roll20. Because fuck trying to draw maps on Roll20. Okay. Let's have a look into this. Shall we? 9 of coins. Hmm. 10 of Cups. And the 4 of coins. All right, Maru. I have your answer. At the root of the problem is mistaking what it is that makes you happy. Most typically in the way that these cards come up, especially with the 9 of coins, with the coins involved in this, this means that you've mistaken money for happiness, an accumulation of wealth, rather than merely meeting your needs. This doesn't, of course, mean that you should stop working towards earning money, but it means that always working towards, like, it means turning your focus away from the number toward what you can accomplish with what you have. You need to find the facets of your life that fulfill you. Let's move to the present, actually, because this is where it becomes interesting. The 10 of Cups. Currently, you are seeking happiness. You have found yourself a lack of it, and you have mistaken what it is that you need to make you happy. You've mistaken the things that make you happy, rather. if you're looking for contentment, don't look for contentment in the large overarching things. Don't look for contentment in the things that are out of reach. Don't look for contentment in the things that you've lost. Instead, look for contentment in the mundane. For you, you need to look at what are the routines in your life that really build your life, that make you satisfied. These can even be things that other people don't like. Like, what really makes you happy? Does it make you happy to look at your room and see it clean? Does it make you happy to have a little collection of things on your shelf? Does it make you happy to do art for your campaign? Stop reaching towards happiness as some penultimate goal. Like, there's one thing out there that is going to grant me happiness in my life, like a relationship or wealth or whatever it is. The little aspects of your life are what make you happy. Focus in on those. Achieve happiness there. Lastly, the Four of Coins, looking towards the completion of this. In order to fulfill this, in order to bring about your happiness, you need to first question your beliefs regarding what makes you happy, regarding wealth, happiness, connection, priorities. Expand your view and see that there is more to life than just a relationship, just money. This will break down the barriers in your way. Doubling back to the money thing. Looking at money and accumulation of money as a source of happiness, it can go the opposite way too. Looking at spending money as a source of happiness. That temporary joy that you get in being able to buy things that then later on you look at and you're like, well, I didn't really need or want or even really want that, did I? And eventually it just gets discarded. Be cautious with that. Turn your attention towards spending on the things that actually matter to you. And these can still be small things. These can still be a collection that you maintain, but make sure that it's something that you actually want, not just an impulse to satisfy a temporary joy. There you go. Let me give you a quick peek at those again. Hi, Solaris. Sorry, I was in the midst of a reading. Welcome. We are wrapping up readings because only 8 minutes until the end of the stream. So, to clarify on the money thing, actually, tell me how you're confused about it. Well, thank you for stopping by, Solaris. I really appreciate it. If you want to come back in an hour, we're going to be kicking off my D&D stream. Doing the next session of my campaign in a spooky, haunted manner. Maru, looking at some ultimate happiness instead of just finding it in the mundane, like seeking out something specific and whatnot to achieve happiness. Money is not the main issue here. Money is a side issue. It's the key issue. Detach it from the money for a moment, okay? Detach from the money what I said. Stop reaching towards a single thing, like a penultimate goal to achieve happiness. Like, well, if I can just do this and this will make me happy. Like, it can be anything. Any goal that you set for yourself, a single thing that you're laser focused on that maybe the world has told you will make you happy, that maybe you decided for yourself will make you happy, remember what the Five of Wands said, that perhaps you have attached yourself to a particular concept and you need to consider if you're willing to let that go and consider other options. So to expound upon that, forget about the money, Mara. To expound upon that, what really needs to happen is establishing happiness in mundanity. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the question alone shows that. Like, you know, how will I find happiness? That's a big question. And it doesn't have a single answer for anyone. It is a combination of things. Little things. A clean room, good food, good friends, little collections, fun hobbies, satisfaction in the aspects of your life that actually matter. Exactly. Listen, and I think that, and I know that this is, now I'm rabbit trailing down this, but it's fine, I'm going to. I think this is a major issue with a lot of people who are having difficulty finding happiness, is that they think that there is one thing that's going to make them happy and it's going to make them happy forever. It's like, okay, well, once I have this, I'll be happy for the rest of my life. For a lot of people, that's wealth, you know? Look at all the people who are rich and miserable because they thought, well, if I just have a fuck ton of money, more than I know what to do with, then I'll finally be happy. But in reaching for that goal, they discard all the things that actually make them happy. They don't pay attention to their spouse, they give up on friends, put them to the side, they work forever and ever and ever, and don't enjoy their life. And so happiness slips by, because instead they focused on the number. Absolutely. I am here to help people. That's what these readings are all for. Even if it's just simple advice, like whether or not you want to go to a party. That's why I do this. I like helping people. Alright, y'all. It is currently 8:57. We have just barely over an hour until session 2 of my Halloween D&D streams. Now I can send you off into the world on your own. My little darlings, my children, beautiful people that you are. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you learned something today. Thank you to those of you who donated. Maru, Slev, Adam. Really appreciate it. Every dollar helps me out. I don't make a lot of money right now. Like, less than 100 a month, so literally everything makes me smile. But I love doing this. You're very welcome, James. Make sure to be back here in 1 hour for the D&D stream. I will see you all then. It will be spooky. Until then, relax a little. Enjoy your night while I get things set up. And, happy Halloween, folks. Have a marvelous evening. Let me just... Goodbye.